Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Hustle Today. I have another guest from batch 8 this time, and her name is Monica, and she completed her master's in marketing before coming to DDIP. She got a job somehow during the pandemic. She lost that job, and then she got another job, but again, somehow her salary was cut down to half. That is so sad. And then she joined DDIP to learn digital marketing. She learned that, and most importantly, she got the confidence. She got the confidence and she used it to start her e-commerce store. And now she just doesn't run an e-commerce store. She also advises e-commerce stores and other new entrepreneurs. By now, she has made 2 lakh rupees out of all this knowledge and confidence she's got. I'm very excited to know about her story. Let's get her on the call and listen from her. Hello, Monica. So happy to see you after batch 8.
I am so happy to see you, Divya. It's been a long time that we have had a conversation.
Indeed, several months, I think.
Yes.
So, what are you doing currently?
So I am running my Shopify store right now, and I'm also taking consultation calls around the same thing. I am teaching people how to build up their store and how to make it successful. So this is what I am doing currently.
Wonderful. This just puts me in my mind. So, I mean, Jayant is also doing e-commerce store big time.
Yeah.
Wonderful thing. You guys make me feel like, okay, that is so interesting. So, what is the e-commerce store about?
So it's about household goods, wherein we are selling some of the kitchen tools or household goods, that kind of stuff. Some of the cleaning stuff that it requires at house. So as of now, it's a very small store with around 8 to 10 products. But yeah, it's going great.
So, you do it by yourself, or have you hired somebody?
Nobody yet. It's one man show right now.
Wow. I mean, wow, because you're sitting. I mean, where are you sitting, by the way?
Sorry.
Where are you sitting, by the way? Is that your studio or something?
No, this is a cafe where I am here for an interview with you. So I wanted a place wherein it could be calm and peaceful around, and I could talk easily, and I could
Wow.
enjoy some food as well.
Wow, wonderful. So, I mean, the freedom that you have got, that you can work from anywhere.
Yeah.
This is so cool. Wow. So,
Recently,
what
I had
motivated?
been to some of the hill station wherein I carried my laptop, worked for 3 to 4 hours for a day, and then I enjoyed the rest of the trip.
Wow. So, what motivated you to start an e-commerce store? How did you get this idea?
Overall, having not having a successful career basically, brings out something in you that you have to try different things and do different things. And during COVID, I lost my job. That's the biggest trauma what I went through during the COVID times, wherein you are only dependent on your salary, and then suddenly it's just nothing in your hand. That's where I came across DDIP. My brother introduced me to DDIP, and he asked me to just enroll for it without knowing anything about Deepak, without knowing anything about the team. I just, came in the webinar and I signed up for it without thinking twice that, this is the X amount that I'm paying and what am I gonna get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But because the module was such, because the module was, just getting all the cashbacks and around with the bonuses and everything, if you're excelling in that part, so it just like I had nothing to lose to, and there was only gains which I could think of. I just enrolled for it and just waited for DDIP to start. And with the first week that we, went through, it was all about the success mindset and how you have to change your thinking, how you have to think around your dreams. Prior to that, I was already into manifestations. I was already into all such kind of things. But even then, you need a push when you are in such a low time. So DDIP gave me that kind of confidence back in me that, yes, you can do it. And there is no end of the world. Job is just one thing that you have lost, but there are many things that you are gonna gain again. So that boosted my confidence, and I started with DDIP. I got introduced to digital marketing, which I was not knowing anything about earlier. Although I heard a lot around, some colleagues of mine or some friends of mine speaking about it, but then I had no idea what are the Facebook ads, what are the Google ads, how to run those, what is a blog and anything. I didn't know anything about it. So I started everything. I joined the journey, and towards the end of the journey, because people knew me coming from a manifestation kind of a background or into Reiki and everything. So some of the people approached me around consultation calls. I took their consultation calls, solved their personal kind of problems where they were very low in life. And touch wood, I can say I had changed lives of 2 people from our own batch.
Wow.
I gave them confidence to, come back and try certain things. I motivated them for meditations, pulled them towards that, and bring that calmness and peace in their life, so that they can also be successful in their careers and in their family relations. So this helped them, and that was again a good kind of a motivation again for me, that if I can give motivation to someone else, it's something there in me. I just need to tickle around for myself as well. And then I came around the e-commerce and drop shipping business, or the e-commerce business, and that's where I started with my Shopify store. And I built it up my store from learning to implementing within 1 month. And after 1 month, when my store was built up, after 1 month of that, I was already having a profitable business. So it
Wow.
was just kind of everything was getting into place after success mindset kind of a video, I would rather say. So it just needed me to write down my goals, what I needed to achieve and how I needed to achieve. Just, not thinking whys and whats and hows, and just going with the flow in that way.
Wow. I mean, based on what you told me, I have so many questions and so many, wows. Okay. So first of all, when you say that success mindset, you were already, you completed your master's in marketing, right?
Yeah.
And then you got into digital marketing.
Yes.
So the first question is, how was it different, or what similarities were there?
So marketing is just the traditional marketing that you're studying in books, and you're never implementing those kind of things. And the job that I did after doing marketing was basically in consumer research, understanding consumer perspectives around a product or a service, how it is performing and everything. So I never did anything specific in marketing in a way. And because I never did that, I had no implementation of it and no much knowledge about it in a way. But DDIP or digital marketing was way different, because I learned one thing, I was implementing the same thing, and then I was getting results out of the same thing. So that's how it was different. It was, it's just book kind of a bookish knowledge, and this is where you are just implementing everything that you're learning in. So that's how it is different.
Very interesting. And since you were into manifestation, and that now you went through the success mindset video, and I see almost everybody that comes up says about something about the success mindset, because it just shifts. The question I have is, success mindset is such an abstract term, that I think it does not do justice for what that 2-hour video contains. What is your take on it?
I would say I completely agree on that part. It's just not the success mindset. I think it's overall changing your personality. It's overall giving you everything that you want basically in your mindset. It's not only about success. It's about, being calm, being grounded, being peaceful, being successful. It's around being happy. So it's all the terms that, the happy terms or the good terms that we can associate with that mindset kind of a thing. It will all come in that kitty. So it's not just success mindset, it's the universal mindset, universal shift in mindset, I would rather say.
Yeah. It primes you for the direction that you have to head into. So
And
kind of like laser pointing.
And the best part, I would rather say, what I had got from that was the version 2.0 of yours. Because you cannot think beyond, what you're currently doing. You cannot think of what, if this is not me, if I am, seeing myself as a, if my soul is coming out and seeing a body, how would I want myself to be seen?
Very true.
It would not be like,
yes.
So that's something which, pinched me a lot. And I was like, while I was writing it, I was literally into tears that, what I am doing it to myself, and how could I, be so negative about myself. I have to be positive. It's not just the end of the world.
Okay, one more question. So I'll do a little bit of jumping back and forth, because there were a lot of points from what you said. You joined DDIP on the recommendation of your brother, and you had no idea about DDIP. I think you were also there in the top interns.
Yeah.
Looking back, how was it that you didn't know much about digital marketing? You had no idea about DDIP. You didn't join with the cashback and everything in mind. You joined to learn what you can do with it. And then you ended up being the top intern. You completed all the assignments and everything. How do you look back at it?
So I would rather say it's more about, something that you are just behind of achieving, I would rather say, because once you are determined around your goals, nobody can take you back, from that. And I personally know that when I was in DDIP, I was also working for a startup firm. I was handling their operations, and operations is such kind of a job. It's like 24/7. You don't have any time in that. You cannot just say no to that job. And because I had joined DDIP, I knew I would dedicate 2 hours exactly on everyday basis that, I have to study, I have to learn, I have to implement. And that's how, this is my life, at least for next 6 months. I would just, forget everything. There were so many festivals, there were so many, get-togethers, what were happening in my family. I had just skipped all those. I remember that part. And
Sacrifice.
for the sacrifices that I made, because I was so eager to learn about everything in a way. And because the field was so new, I would say, and because I had no knowledge about it, there was a kind of rigorous research, or a lot of learnings around which was going on that time. I had to revisit the videos, I had to redo the things, because at first time I couldn't get it right. So those are the things I was going through, but then ultimately, seeing myself in top 20 or 25 kind of interns, I was like just amazed that even I can do it. Okay.
All that effort and all that sacrifices
It
paid off.
was work. And the moment I had received the certificate of excellence award, I'm like, oh my god, this is actually in my hand.
Congratulations, you deserved it. And now that I know your story so much more in detail, I just feel like you really deserved it. And the 3 points that I can take out from what you just said. One is that sacrifice.
Yeah.
That you cannot have 20 different things, rambling in your head at any point in time and think like, okay, you'll do it all. It's something I have learned from my experiences too. So you decided to have that sacrifice. You had that clarity. Okay, no, this is what I'll do. The second is that you had that focus that, okay, this is for the next 6 months. I'll only focus, singular focus on this thing. Second most important thing, most people are not able to do that. And third is that dedication with consistency. Consistency is more what most people lose, because I know that so many people who come near the deadline, wait, procrastinate, like, okay, I'll do it. Everybody has struggles. I cannot undermine it. But in the face of all these odds, you decided to do it every single day, 2 hours, which is so simple and common to understand. Like, it's anybody can say that, anybody can understand that. But to actually implement that and put it to practice every single day, showing up, and then that singular focus, the dedication, is what brought you here. So these are the 3 main points that I think a lot of people can take inspiration from you, whoever is watching this video and looking forward to achieve anything in life. This is so wow, Monica, that you had that clarity.
Yeah, it's just, inspiring to have a group of people as well who are just as low as you maybe, and they are aspiring to achieve things. And some people have already achieved it, so they are motivating you to achieve those kind of thing. And it's just built up your confidence a lot more, because you're not in a group of negative people, you're in a group of positive people who are pushing you up rather than pulling you down. So that's another thing, what I loved about DDIP as well.
I would really like to mention this, that I have seen a lot of students who want to achieve things out of whatever they learned.
Yeah.
And there are many like you who do it. And you are like, one of those people who are really an example, shining example of, I want to achieve this. I have these challenges. This is how I think I can do it. I don't know what will happen, but I'll show up every day. I'll face challenges, but I'll find some way through. I'll have that belief, and then I'll achieve it. I mean, these are small points that scattered around all around on how to achieve things, but to bring them to practice, the clarity. You are the epitome of, when we say one of the, examples of dedicated learners, active learners. And I think, that is what allowed you to achieve what you achieved. Now that you're out of DDIP and you're doing this drop shipping thing, can you throw some more light on what is the life like a dropshipper? Do you dropship, right?
Yeah, I do dropship.
So
As a
what is the life like?
dropshipper, I would say that, work at your own needs. You pick out what you want to sell. You pick out what kind of ads you want to run, and you just connect with your customers in a way. That's the whole work that you have to do. It's not a lot, but if you think, it's a lot. So it's up to you that how you're measuring your work, how much you are implementing, how much you are dedicating. Is it just one product that you're running around, or there are multiple products that you're running around? Is it one store that you're doing in, or multiple stores that you're doing in? So it all depends around what a person's mindset is. But for me, as of now, what I am doing is, initially I started with one product. I started product marketing of one product itself, and I took it to that level where it is very, very profitable for me. And I achieved around 60,000 profit out of just one product.
Wow.
And after I did that, I realized, this is just one product that I manage. I know that I can do it. I have the confidence, I have the skills. Now I want to scale my business. So later on, then I started, with the multiple products. At times I failed. At times, there were server issues, there were website issues, which I failed very, very badly. But I had to redo everything again. Like, I had to just delete my website. I just had to delete all the data from my website and start from the scratch. So that 1 month again, it was just a downturn for me, but then again, it has picked up. So there is nothing like, an impossible thing in the world is what I would say. It's just, redoing things, implementing and believing that, it's going to be successful.
So like it's never a smooth ride, but you stick to your guns.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I'll do it no matter what.
Exactly. For me, it's like a baby. Like, if I would have a baby, I would never abandon a baby if a baby is sick.
Very
so
true.
if my business was sick, I did not want to abandon that.
You
business.
own it.
Yes.
You own it.
Yeah. So that's how, the power of entrepreneurship is. It's just like, you're being a mother, you're being a father to your own child, and you're nourishing it every day.
A fun, lively question. You're married, I'm aware, and you are running this business on your own. Is it too challenging or is it okay for you?
I would say it depends. For me, it's too challenging because having a joint family, having a setup in where everybody is socializing, and I am completely focused on that part. At times, it creates a rustle, but then again, it's just how you have to manage it.
Based on what you say, I assume that you have no clear boundaries, time boundaries when it comes to work, or do you have?
True. My in-laws are very, very supportive. So I know, like today when I have to run my Facebook ads, if I have to edit anything or if I have to start anything, it happens after 12 o'clock at night. So my work goes around till 2:33, however, it could stretch to. And then because I'm sleeping so late, I'm also waking up late. And being a daughter-in-law at a joint family, it's, otherwise a very difficult task. But that's what my family is very, very supportive in that way. My husband is very supportive. So yeah, I have good people around me.
So given that support, I mean, everybody needs some sort of support in their life. Well, that is very true. And you have that in your husband and in your family. Suppose if that support in some sort is given to somebody based on what you do, what advice would you like to give? Top 3 advice for anybody who wants to become entrepreneur themselves. Top 3 do's or don'ts or anything. Top 3 advice that you would like to give.
So first and foremost is being consistent around, sticking to it. It's not just, just giving up in midway. Something, if it is not successful, give it time, nourish it, see what the problem is, and work on that problem. Even when it's not working, then, at a later stage, you can give it up. Second is, having a mindset that not everything in life, it's, destined to be negative. it is positive. You just have to find a positive way around it, how you are dealing with it. And thirdly, indulge in some of the activities which will make you peaceful and calm, so that because entrepreneurship will give you highs and lows, so that you are balanced in your life. Hence, just get involved in such kind of activities.
What are those activities for you?
For me, it's just, just being aloof for a time, just, disconnecting
If you
from everybody, maybe, just listening to music or just enjoying your food, a cup of coffee or a tea, and listening to music. Those are my things. Or just doing meditation for a while.
Going back to the question about your e-commerce store and the week 3 of DDIP, niche clarity, was it of use to you or help to you when it comes to like deciding a niche for your e-commerce store?
So when I did the niche clarity weeks video, I had my niche as manifestations and meditations, what I had earlier started with, and I felt that, my roots are in there. Even now, I feel my roots are there, but to earn a profit, it's not, really easy thing out of it. You have to be a lot learn a lot, into those kind of things. So later on, when I moved to dropshipping or Shopify business, I did not take the niche clarity, basically because for dropshipping business, you basically have to see what are the trending products which are going on, and you have to decide accordingly. And when you have your e-commerce store, that's when you can decide, if it is gonna be some household goods, is it gonna be some health related products, or what it's gonna be. So niche clarity, of course, I will take, but at a later stage, maybe after 2 years down the line, when I see that, I'm owning a warehouse, I have to order a good number of products to keep it and ship from my own warehouse. So that's the future plan.
I understand what you say, but somehow I feel that there is a line, that's like progression. I mean, progression. Allow me to mention that. So, because you said that you had some other niche initially that you figured out and then you switched. I think it's similar to mine. I was into fitness and then I figured out that even though I enjoy it, but I don't want to be in it right now for profitability. So similar in your case. So I think that is less about niche clarity. It's more about the market competition.
Yeah.
Because in like the manifestation thing, it's highly competitive. Everybody is like manifestation guru these days. Everybody who has lost weight has become a fitness expert these days. So I got into a different area. So I think what you are doing is essentially, in my like from my observation, you can correct me, is that you are in that market discovery stage, that what is working in the market, and then you'll align your passion and your talent with it. Talent in terms of marketing the products, but passion for like what you really enjoy selling. Because ultimately, like there are hundreds of products that you can potentially become profitable in, but you are not going to indulge in all of those products. You're going to indulge in, say, any household products which you enjoy, right? So I see somehow that it's more like in a progression stage.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I see.
So one common thread between, what I had found in my niche clarity and what I'm currently doing is taking the consultations. I always enjoy doing consultations. Earlier when I was doing, it was around manifestations or meditation. Right now, what I'm doing is around building their own Shopify store and making it profitable. So that is one thing which is a common thread. But yeah, I would say you are 100% correct on the market preparation part, that I'm just figuring out, what's going on in the trending line, and I'm aligning my skills around that.
How was the experience of setting up your website for the first time? Did you have a website before week 4?
WordPress was a total new world for me, and connecting the SSL certificates or the domain or the, hosting, taking the subscription out of it, connecting everything. It was just another, not a piece of cakewalk, I would say. But yeah,
How did it feel the first time you had your website set up by yourself?
It was amazing, and still I am, whenever I get time, I just sit around that and try to make some modifications into it, make more beautiful or, readable and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was an amazing feeling to say
That
through.
identity of yours on the internet. Um,
And I was scratching my head like this. I'm like, yeah, kya hai ye? When will this is gonna be over? Submit karna zaruri hai kya?
I can relate to it. I have been in your position. I can relate to it. How was week 6 social media marketing?
Social media marketing, again, like I enjoyed every bit of it. I mean, there is nothing which I did not enjoy in DDIP, I would rather say. Personal
But
brand.
I want to discuss these modules with you because since you were able to really use all of these and now become an entrepreneur, I want to figure out how did you feel about each of these and which one did you really find it most usable? I mean, apart from success mindset, that's given for everybody. It's going to work.
One is about the Facebook marketing, that I really it helped me because run my business entirely is running on Facebook ads. It's nothing beyond that for me. One day the Facebook is down and my business is down. That's how directly proportional it is. So the day there was a Facebook outrage, again and again we were just trying to reach out, what is Facebook, how are the ads going on, and I couldn't figure out anything till next day when there is a news that Facebook is down and Facebook was down, everything was down, and we were like, oh god, what has happened now?
Zaki took a break. Okay, and how was week 12 sales?
Sales, though, I am still doing it every day basis. I'm connecting with my customers, and trying to understand if they are happy, and if they have any complaints, I give them discounts. I try and relate with them what is their problem. So for me, it's just like being there for my customers. Like I would expect someone, the owner, if I'm purchasing from, I would expect the service from them. So if I have any queries, I want them to be, easily approachable, easily reachable, that kind of thing. So for my customers, I'm that point of contact. I'm giving them whatever they want. At times, there are people who would buy 2 or 3 products and they would say that, we don't want this. Like, okay, matlab, thoda sa loss se lenge, but customer chhodna, it's not a good thing.
Very, very true. And
That's how I treat around them.
so, was the sales module new to you in any way because you have come from these backgrounds?
I would not say it was completely new, but the way it was given in, like you have to experience in buying a house or buying a lavish car, luxury car, how you are treated in there. So that experience was something which was new because I had never thought about going there and visiting these kind of and learning out of these people. But yeah, this was a very good exposure which I got in there.
I relate to it, which is why I asked that question, that how was the feeling? I asked these questions everybody because I want to know, like, I felt what I felt. How was the feeling by other people who went through that? So somehow that's my personal interest in knowing how that it helped people. So great.
And
I mean,
the personal branding video is something, I till date I revisit too, because herein I am trying to build in. One is the e-commerce brand that I'm building in, and another is the personal brand that I'm building under my name for consultations. So yeah, I still visit to that videos.
very true. Personal brand is at the heart of all businesses today because almost everybody is selling something, and you only buy something very passionately from somebody you identify with. So that's very true. Monica, wow, what you have done, the clarity of thought you have. And I mean, there is a certain sense of calmness in you that, okay, I know what I'm doing, I'll do it. And I'll face issues, but I've done it in the past and I'll do it. That's the kind of a vibe that you exude right now. What's the secret?
I think entrepreneurship teaches you all the highs and lows, the calmness, the peacefulness, the anxiety, how to manage it. It teaches you everything.
1000%. Been there. Thank you, Monica. And I hope this smile stays with you forever. And I get to interview you soon with a bigger success story.
Yes.
And it was wonderful to have you in batch 8. I remember the conversations we had in the group. I mean, batch 8, I would say single-handedly was the best batch experience I ever had as I
Was your
mentioned.
personal favorite? It's always your personal favorite.
Sorry?
It's always your personal favorite batch.
Yes. Yes. Yes, of all the batches. I mean, almost every batch was good, but batch 8 was a very different experience. I think it's just the set of people that I got to, to meet every week on Wednesdays and whatever date it was. Wonderful. And thanks for being a part of it. Thanks
Thank you.
for making it a great experience for me too, and for all the other people. And I'm sure that you'll inspire so many other people.
I hope that too. I'm so grateful for having you, Deepak, and all the mentors in the team who
Thank
have
you.
pushed us, to achieve our dreams and believe in themselves. So I thank you, a deep thanks. So
Thanks to you
just
too. And
keep
thanks
doing the good work. I would just bless you
And
with.
thanks to DD. I mean, that's the common between you and me and everybody, DD, who came up with this idea.
Yeah.
And amazing. Thank you so much, Monica. So nice to talk to you
Yeah.
after so long, and great journey. All the best to you.
Same here. Do you mind if I just click a picture of both of us?
Yeah, sure, please.
Just a moment. How do I do this?
You can just, are you on a Mac?
Yeah, I'm on a Mac. I'm not able to.